Life can be very, very strange. Whenever you feel that you've got yourself on the right track and you're finally heading towards everything you hoped for, you're probably going to end up having to start all over again. It is what it is, doesn't get any easier, and there's a lot of fear involved with that. So, in this, we're going to talk about being afraid to start and how to conquer fear and try new things. Let's get into it with some tips that I've got for you. Number one is to acknowledge the fear and don't fight it. Admitting that you're scared is the first step. Fear is natural and it means that you're about to grow. Number two is to reframe fear as excitement. Fear and excitement feel similar in the body. Tell yourself this is excitement and not fear. Three is to focus on possibility, not failure. Instead of asking, what if I fail? Ask yourself, what if this changes everything for the better? Number four is to let go of perfectionism. You don't need to be amazing at something to start. You just have to begin as the beginner. Number five is to break it down into small steps. Fear often comes from being overwhelmed. Take one tiny action to build momentum. Number six is to do a worst case scenario exercise. Ask yourself, what is the worst that could happen? You'll often find that it's not as bad as your mind makes it seem. Number seven is to prepare, but don't over prepare. Do enough research or practice to feel safe, but don't let preparation become procrastination. Number eight is to take action quickly. Fear grows every time you delay. Once you've decided to do something, act before your mind talks you out of it. Number nine is to talk about it with someone that you trust. Verbalizing your fear helps reduce its power and puts it into perspective. 10 is to visualize success. Picture yourself succeeding at this new thing that you're trying. Visualization trains your brain to expect positive outcomes. 11 is to use affirmations or mantras. Try saying, I grow every time I try something new, or fear is proof I'm on the edge of growth. 12 is to expose yourself to small discomforts regularly. Practice courage like a muscle. Start with small risks and build your tolerance. 13 is to track your wins. Write down every time you've tried something new and remind yourself of the growth that you got through that. 14 is to surround yourself with growth-minded people. Fear thrives in isolation. Community helps normalise trying, failing and trying again. And 15, celebrate trying and not just succeeding. Success is showing up. Reward yourself of the attempt regardless of the outcome. So there we go. Hopefully this has helped a lot of people out there. As I said at the beginning of this video, oftentimes you think you're on the right path and life will throw you a curveball and kind of set you back to the beginning again. That doesn't mean that you failed at anything. Trying it and failing is part of the journey. And you know, every time you fail, you'll learn a little bit more. That's just what life is. Nobody has it all worked out from the word go. Like, a lot of people will come into your life and try and tell you that they've got everything down pat. That's not the truth. Anybody that tells you they've got everything worked out are lying through their teeth. Nobody knows how life is going to play out at the end of the day. All you can do is play the best hand that life has dealt you, and sometimes you'll win and sometimes you'll lose, but just because you lose doesn't mean that you're going to be an overall loser. I have lost count of the amount of times in my life that I have felt on top of the game, and then life throws that curveball at you, sends you right back to the beginning again, and you start off. And you know what? There's a lot of stuff in my life that I have done and succeeded in doing that I would never have even got the opportunity to even try if it hadn't been for some failures earlier on in my life. So yeah, whenever I was married, settled down, had a house, you know, mortgage, the whole 9 yards, thinking life was great, that relationship went south. Divorce followed afterwards, and everything that came from that put me on the path to actually trying out the whole video creation thing, the whole indie film thing. And I've actually made a few little short films in the past. And, you know, at this point in my life now, looking back at that point in time where I thought, okay, I'm married, I'm settled down, I've got a house, the job, the car, the dog, you name it, everything seemed great. If that relationship hadn't went south and I lost all of that, I've got no doubt in my mind I would have never gotten the opportunity to try out the whole indie film thing and the whole video creation thing and stuff that actually these days actually sets me on fire. Whenever I wake up and jump in front of the camera that gets to make a video, I feel great doing this sort of thing. But I've got no doubt in my mind, if that prior life had have succeeded and went on, I probably wouldn't have gotten the opportunity to try the things that I've done in the past. The short film conclusions I made definitely would never have gotten made, because that was inspired by the failure of everything that came before. So, you know, you don't see it in the moment. Whenever you're feeling, whenever you're down, whenever you're in the back foot, you just, all you're seeing is the hurt and the pain of not succeeding in the thing that you wanted to succeed in. But whenever you get to the far side of that there, you start to see where all the pieces connected and took you to the place you needed to be to achieve the things you have achieved up to this point. Hopefully that makes sense. It'll only make sense to people really that have lived it at this point. But trust me, there's a lot of truth in the fact of actually trying something and failing and getting up and trying it again. You're going to learn a little bit more each time you do that, and your life is going to get better and better each time you get that setback. So yeah, don't be letting anything drag you down to the point where you feel like you can't do it anymore. It's just life. It is what it is. It's not easy, and yeah, hopefully this has helped you and made sense. So that's going to do it for this video, guys. Until the next one, stay safe, and I will talk to you all then.